This is Dorfromantik. I'm going to try to get over my crushing disappointment that it is not a dwarf dating simulator, and is instead a map laying out game. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe Islanders? People have compared it to Carcassonne, but like a solitaire Carcassonne. Let's just get into it and see how it works. Yeah, classic mode because it's the only mode. All right, so I've got... Oh, I'm in a bad place for you to see what's going on. I should be up here. So I've got this stack of tiles, and one of them has a forest. Do I have the ability to... Okay, yes, so if I scroll the mouse button, I can rotate my forest. Okay, so it seems like I cannot place it in a position where the railroad track butts into nothing. So let's have it butt into a side piece there. And now I've got a forest. And it looks like, okay, again, yeah, so I cannot place the forest where it would bust up the railroad track. But I can place a forest, I don't know, here. Now I've got a water tile, which I can place anywhere I want. It seems like I'd be screwing myself over if I put it here, because then I would need... Would I need to place... Actually, no, this looks like it can be next to anything, so maybe I could continue to place railroad tracks without worrying about having to get a special railroad track piece that has water next to it. Let's put it here and see what happens. Okay, so now I've got what looks like maybe a wheat field. I'm going to try to put new things in a place where they can grow if I need them to grow. Okay, it looks like we've got a... Okay, so the thing that I don't understand is, this says 3 plus, so is this like, I need 3 more railroad tracks to make something good happen? I need 2 more water tiles to make something good happen? Let's continue our forest in this direction. Jedi Cytric says, I'm glad that you identified that forest as a wheat field. I would have thought it was the yellow brick road. Okay, let's see. So, this seems like a good move, right? Because this combines the forest and the wheat field? Okay, so now I've got another railroad track, but because it's such a tight bend, I can't fit it in there. So, let's find... Okay, so good. I can place any tile next to water, and it'll just make a beach. So let's place this here and hope that we eventually get a tile here that'll work. And then, okay, we've got a town. Okay, so the wheat field is like, yes, I'm done, I guess, if you place something here. So, the wheat field is done. Maybe? Done how? I don't know. Okay, good, yes. Okay, so now we've got 2 plus 1s here. What does that mean? We've also got a river. It's interesting that so I played the demo of this during the Steam Festival, but it was one of like dozens of games I played that weekend. And I did learn how the game worked and promptly forgot it, because why would I remember something like that? So it could be that the game is like maybe I've got a save and the game is thinking that I remember how to play and is therefore not telling me how to play. But actually, I don't remember how to play. Okay, so if I place this here, it says it needs 8 more of it. But if I place this here, it says it needs 3 more. And so I think... Yeah, so here... Okay, yeah, so this border right here on the existing tile does not count as a wheat field. Because if I put it here, it treats it like it's a separate wheat field. The question is... Do I benefit from just arbitrarily growing this wheat field? And like towns. Do I want towns to get bigger? Maybe? Okay, we've got a wheat field border, a village, and a forest all kind of together. It's the edge of a wheat field, though. So it'll put an end to my wheat field ambitions, I think, if I put it here. So I think maybe instead I'll put it here to start a new wheat field? Okay, so Cloudcraft is saying there's actually a tutorial option that I could have seen if when I pressed new game and I just didn't notice it? That's entirely possible. Well, maybe we're gonna watch what it's like for me to try to figure this out on my own, and then if I just can't figure it out, we'll go with a tutorial. We'll try to track down a tutorial. Okay, so interesting. We've got a railroad track and a river together. Seems like there might not be a really good way for me to place this tile. Let's just go over here. All right, and then all right, and we'll make a nice little ring of forest here. That's my goal. Okay, so this is going to be complete if I add one more. Okay, I got some points from that. But not from this. It's interesting how some types of tiles require you to make them match up, and other ones are just like, oh, you didn't match it up on that end? Whatever, it's just an edge now. This is kind of weirdly satisfying, like playing Townscaper, almost. Okay, so this thing is going to feel complete if I place this. Right, okay, so apparently there's some kind of rules that you can score collections of things as you stick them together. And you can see things highlight when you join them. Okay, so this thing wants... Okay, so if I place it here, it says it wants to be connected to 28 plus villages. But if I place it here, it's like 2 plus. So I guess it's covered? Okay, so... Oh, so is it it's counting not the number of house tiles, but the number of houses, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Let's put that there. I'm sure that's going to be a disaster. Okay, the problem is I don't actually know, like, when this game ends. Like, how do I know if I'm winning or losing? Because I haven't played the tutorial recently enough. So yeah, I'm going to have to make the title of this video, Jeffrey tries to figure out Dorfromantik without a tutorial. Let's just barrel through this. It says, it looks like I got 29 tiles left. So let's just see what happens when I get to the end of the tiles. And then actually, I mean, this might actually benefit me. Eventually I am going to play the tutorial, figure out what the crap is going on, and then... Oh, look at that. Yay, completed the track. And then maybe I'll actually have more context during the tutorial to understand what I'm learning, because I've actually played through a full game of this having no idea what I was doing. Warbuck says, plot twist theory. Once you finish the stack, the map turns into a zombie tower defense and everyone dies. So it looks like we've got a commenter on YouTube who is asking a question in Cyrillic script, and I don't know how to understand it, and I'm so sorry. All right. So I'm definitely... Okay, so if I put this... This one wants to be... Okay, so does it just want me to make bigger and bigger cities as I go? Stick that right there. Big open field right here. Huh. Oh, I've got all these railroad tracks that are blocking me from placing new tiles. Interesting. You don't get a lot of these railroad tiles at all. And you really have to plan ahead for, like, what possibilities you expect to encounter here. Like, you kind of have to know the tile set to recognize what is going to be a good idea and what's going to be a bad idea as far as placing these things goes. This river is insane. There is no river that acts like this. Little tiny wheat fields. It says perfect. What was perfect? I don't know. I don't understand anything. Okay, so this wants me to make another... Okay, so it looks like this is going to be about building little things like a railroad track that's long enough, a city that's big enough, a field that's large enough, and then once you've done one, it seems like you have to do a larger one next time. And you can either continue to grow the same one, or you can build a new one from scratch. It seems like building a new one from scratch would be a lot harder. Whoa, this wants me to build a forest of 130 tiles. Yeah, good luck me. It's not always easy to tell how, like, which edges of something count as the edge that lines up with other tiles of the same type. Here we go. This is never going to... Let me place a tile on it. Game over, because I ran out of tiles. Okay, so... Let's back out again. Aha! There we are. This is the button I missed. I was like, look at these huge classic mode, creative mode. Ooh, look at these. I'll pick classic mode. Did not even notice there was a button down here. Okay, so click and drag the left mouse button to move the camera. You can also rotate with the right mouse button or Q and E. Scroll the wheel to zoom. In Dorfromantik, you build landscapes out of hexagonal tiles. Click on one of the empty tile slots around your world with the left mouse button to place the tile from the top of your stack. Like that. While hovering over an empty slot, use the mouse scroll wheel or the R and F buttons on your keyboard to rotate a tile. Okay, I learned that much. I learned the basic controls. You can make groups of elements like forests or villages. Place them next to each other and connect their colored edges to form a forest spanning at least 5 tiles. Okay, you want a forest? I want a wheat field. You keep your forest. Let me have my wheat field. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so these two are not a single forest. But if I join them, they do become a single forest. And the forest cares about how many tiles are on it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 forest tiles. So if I add this last one, it will become a 5-tile forest. So the tile counter on the bottom right shows the amount of tiles in my stack. Once it gets to 0, the session ends. Place 3 tiles to continue. Okay, so we've got another one where I can continue making wheat fields. And continue with the forest. This one also lets me continue with the forest. This one lets me probably... I might be closing off this forest. Yeah, I don't want to close off the forest. Can I... Yeah, I can't join the forest on this end, and I can't join the forest on that end. So yeah, this forest only has one exit. If I want to make it bigger and bigger... Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so if I see... Okay, so I gain tiles by fulfilling quests. So I see these things out here. Oh, you can't even see those things. Let's go down here. So if you see these things on the map, then you need to make... Okay, so I got that much from context. So, okay, good. Let's... I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's just build off in this direction randomly. So, like, this guy wants to be a big city. And it's counting... Yeah, okay, 8 additional houses. Yeah, so it's not counting tiles. It's counting houses. Okay, so far I've actually picked up a fair number of the rules here just by watching. Whoa, what the... Okay, so I need to connect exactly 3 fields to this tile. The symbol in the corner of the speech bubble hints to a follow-up task. Okay. So this is bad because this will already connect me to... Wait. I've got 1, 2, 3 fields? Oh, wait, does it mean 3 individual fields, not tiles with fields on them? Okay, got it. So this could work. And this could work. Let's put it here. And then that one and that one, and then we stop. Okay, then completing this quest spawned a flag which indicates its group can be closed to gain extra points in tiles. This field group is closed when it cannot be expanded anymore. Okay, so now I have to cut it off on purpose and keep it from getting any bigger. It's weird. I'm so used to, you know, tile games like this, like, wanting you to always line things up. It's strange. Like, I don't want to close it off this way. This feels unsatisfying. Like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out the most satisfying way that I can close this thing off without feeling like a horrible person for ruining the art. I don't like that one. And that would ruin it. That would make the... Yeah. That would make the field bigger. We don't want that. I can't. I just can't bring myself. I can't bring myself to do it. I mean, come on, idiot. You can do this. But no, it's so much more fun to try to unite things. I don't want to. I resist your silliness, game. I'm making a bigger and bigger town here. Okay. Okay, you know what? Fine. Fine. I've done it. I've done it. Oh, Cloudcraft says you can still add more fields to it while closing off. You can't fail the flag. Oh, I just assumed you had to keep the same rules. Though I guess if I had to keep the same rules, they would have told me. It would have still said what the rule was. So I've been sitting here wasting all my time. I could have just filled it with fields. Okay, well, thank you, Cloudcraft, for helping me understand that. So train tracks and river tiles have placement restrictions. Okay, we figured this out. Their ends can't lead to different types of tiles. So I kind of want to point them away from other tiles when I place them. To whatever degree I can. Ooh. Both together. I should have seen that coming. Okay. Every time you place a tile, you gain points according to how well it fits its neighbor's edges. Collect 200 points to complete the tutorial. Okay, so this tile wants to be connected to 43 plus houses. And I've already got this massive city, so I can do it. This one wants to be connected to 96 plus trees? Okay, so not tree tiles, individual trees. I guess I'll need a Turney River now that I've placed that. So this wants to be connected to 4 other fields. I think I can do that here. Ooh! And I just unlocked a windmill. Okay. Game over. Try again. All right, sure. Okay, so that's one reason why my first game without the tutorial was less interesting. It's because I hadn't unlocked the windmill yet, and the windmill is part of what makes it interesting. So yeah, Old Axe said, is reminding me that yesterday I accidentally started a stream, and that is absolutely true. I did accidentally start a stream yesterday. It was, I accidentally left my, yeah, anyway. A passing family member accidentally pushed the wrong button and started the stream. So that was a little bit embarrassing. I appreciate that Jedi Psych Tricks tracked it down and it tracked me down and let me know about it. So sorry for anyone who caught that weird random stream that had nothing to do with anything. That was definitely an accident. Okay, so I guess we'll start that there. Okay, so this guy wants me to put more houses by it. Well, here is a house. And that will ruin it, so let's not do that. Let's do that. Okay, here is a continuation. There we go. This wants to be next to 3 fields, which I can totally make happen. Ooh. Okay, we can line this river up. And, okay, so this windmill wants to be next to 7 tiles. Not 7 tiles, sorry. It wants 7 fields. So I guess we'll line this up this way. And then... Okay, so the thing that surprises me, that's interesting about this game, so a lot of the games that I've played that are like, you know, place things in the world and try to earn score by adjacency and stuff like that, games like Islanders, they're mostly about, like there's just a set of consistent rules, and you can sort of learn how to earn score in almost any setting. In this case... Not every forest cares how big it is. Only this forest right here cares how big it is. And so I need to get that forest right. But I don't necessarily need to worry about every single forest in the game. Which is maybe kind of liberating? Holy crap. How am I supposed... I can't make this look like any kind of decent thing. Alright, whatever. Okay, yeah, so this wants more fields. Placing this one this way will close it off, though. So let's place this one instead. And even though I don't have a quest to expand a city yet, having an already expanded city seems very useful for that. Why? Why are the tracks so crazy? I can't make this look like anything normal. Oh, biome unlocked. Lavender? I can have lavender now? Oh, so Kimsa Bimsa was suggesting, by the way, that I play a different game. Dyson Sphere program, that's right. You know, I looked at that. I can't remember. I think I tried the demo and I stopped playing it. I can't remember why I stopped playing it. Depending on how expensive the game is, I might totally be up for giving it another shot if you think it's really cool. But yeah, so we've got channel points now on Twitch, and so if you want to basically make me play a particular game, you can cash in channel points for it. Now, if you suggest a game that just, you know, I'm already interested in anyway, like Jedi Psychic suggested that I tried Genesis Noir, and it's already on Game Pass and was on my Steam wish list, so Jedi does not need to cash in channel points for that. I was already going to play the game. But Dyson Sphere program is one where, yeah, I did already sort of try it out on my own time, and I didn't get super into it. But if you think it's worth, you know, checking out, then yeah, totally cash in some channel points, and I will definitely give it more time. Okay, let's get all of our windmills facing the same direction, obviously. Let's also make this forest larger and larger. A nice little seaside house. And if I place this one properly, I'll earn my water prize. Okay, so we completed that quest. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. I was wondering, how do you connect these guys? Like this. This game's got a really nice, relaxing soundtrack, by the way. Okay, so if I aim this at a field, what are the chances that I'll be able to continue the field and the river? Or are they going to block each other off? I mean, the field doesn't block, actually, so that's not even really a concern. But maybe what I had rather do is put this in a position to continue the forest. Hey, Ranhuthcord, I actually, I slept in today too, so you didn't miss much. We're playing Dorfromantik right now, which sounds like it should be a dwarf dating simulator, but it's actually along the lines of Islanders. It's a game about placing things in a village and earning points through like clever planning and adjacency. Okay, so this one, it doesn't just want a total of 8 tiles. It wants exactly 8 tiles. So I might have to start that one from scratch. Because this collection of tiles, sorry, this wants exactly 8 fields. This collection of fields is already beyond 8. If I connect it to that one, I'll fail. So I could connect it to this one, except I've got this very narrow aperture through which to get more fields out. And it's going to collide with both my train tracks and my rivers. So that seems like a bad plan. It might actually be smart for me to connect this up in a place like this where I can just do it from scratch. So I don't want to cut off my village, though. So this particular tile might not be the one I want. And oh my gosh, the train... Is there just some, like, weird... There's some weird train situation going on in this town. I don't understand what's going on, but... I still have not been addressing this forest over here. I really need to. kind of want a different shaped forest for it, though. Okay, so we've got... This windmill wants to be connected to 22 or more fields. So we can definitely get there. Like that. We'll get close anyway. All right. So this one wants to be connected to fields and villages and stuff. Maybe that'll be smart. I don't know. Yeah, so Smoke Rainbow Pony asks, is this like Islanders? It's similar. It's definitely in the same sort of zone in terms of it's a relaxing game that's about placing tiles, or it's about placing elements of a town, I should say. That's what makes it like Islanders. It's about, because Islanders doesn't have tiles, but it's placing elements of a town to try to earn score, and then score in turn is how you keep your streak going, how you keep your, because I've got this stack of 43 tiles and it runs out, but I add tiles whenever I complete these quests. So I want to place this field so that the house is useful to expanding the village. Okay, so this, this field here wants to be connected to exactly 5 other fields. So now it wants to be connected to 3 more. Oh, good. This adds enough forests, or enough trees. Oh, man. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that this thing wanted to be connected to 32 other houses. That's not going to happen. I can't do it. That makes me very sad. I should have been paying more attention. Because the chances of me getting the right tiles to even expand this at all, it's absolutely minimal. And I don't know if I'm even going to get... Okay, so this one wants to be connected to 12 other water tiles. I don't think I'm going to get another house quest as long as this one's sitting here. So I think that my houses are just kind of... I've sort of dammed up that that potential avenue of growth there. That makes me unhappy. Well, it completes that quest at least. Okay, so this this looks like it's gonna make my river play nice with my train track, but I don't actually see that working. This is a lie. This is a red herring. I'm gonna place it off in the corner where I don't care. Okay, I need to get... Yeah, I'll ruin this if I close it off now. So... Alright. Okay, so I think... Okay, I think I just closed off a town. And I think it gave me points. Oh, and looks like... Okay, I've got these other achievements over here that I hadn't even been paying any attention to. So, a body of water that's 20 big is one option. A train route with 15 train tracks is another. Okay. Okay, I'm looking kind of for the perfect forest. Okay, if I find anything that allows me to extend this, I'm going to try to take it, but yeah. Okay, so this right here, that will complete that quest. And now it wants me to close it off in order to get extra points. So the question is, does it mean when it says close it off? Because I still don't think I fully understood the tutorial. Okay, so this one, I've got another quest. This one wants to be a 9-field collection. And if I connect it to a larger field, that's a problem. So let's just connect it off on the edge here. Ooh, nice. That's a good one. Okay, so this one wants to be connected. Oh, I didn't point it the same way as the others. Dang it. All right. I think I want this to run off into the distance some more. Okay, so this one, I just don't want to continue this part of the track until I find the absolute perfect unicorn piece. But I just don't think there is one. I don't think that there's one that continues a city on both sides of a track. And that's what I would need there. This train track is ridiculous. So Java Monsoon says, thanks for showing this off. I wish listed it and followed it on Steam. Yes, I think anyone who thinks that they're into this kind of game, I mean, this is definitely kind of twisting my brain up in interesting ways. I would definitely consider it worth at least a wish list and a follow. I mean, I wish it was easier to make the train tracks look nice. But it is not easy to do that at all. Like, less complicated train tiles, I think, is what I'm looking for here. Nope, neither of these is going to work. Or train tracks that end? That would also be cool. That actually might work. Nice straight train tracks. I'm a fan. All right. Yep, linking up my forests. Okay. Right there. Big old forest. Okay, so I'm still going for trains and water routes. Okay, so we beat that quest. Could still use more water. Add more tiles there. Oh, okay, so this one wants to be connected to precisely 17 houses. I think I can accommodate that, probably. Yes. Train loop closed. In the most nonsensical track. Okay, so I could do that. I will do that. Okay, so this one wants to be connected to tons and tons of fields, and I can accommodate. This wants only one more. Boink. And now it wants to be closed off. Oh, this one wants to be connected to tons and tons as well. And I'm loving my huge forest. This actually kind of reminds me a little bit, like my motivations when I'm playing this kind of remind me a little bit of when I'm playing Loop Hero. Because I'm just like, you know, there are rules governing what I want to do, when I'm playing this game. And I got to stick to the rules. But I also have this desire to make it pretty. Or to make it seem rational. Okay, so this one wants to be connected to 40 plus. And it's only 7 plus if it goes here. Just trying to figure out the best place to stick it. I need to make sure... Oh, yeah. So I need to make sure that I'm opening doors here, not closing them. Oh, I can actually put something here, but it will fail this quest. But maybe it's okay to just put that quest out of its misery. Like, there's no... Maybe if I just fail this quest, it'll give me a new one. Okay, this wants more water. I can accommodate. I keep expanding this massive forest. At some point, it'll be worth something to me. Or do you just put a grass tile? Just, I don't know. Everywhere I could potentially place it just feels like I'm wasting something. There, I guess. This wants to be connected to 319 trees. Well, I can get you as close as I can, buddy. Yeah, I'll just keep this river going off into the distance. Oh, wait. So this wants to be closed off. I forget which. Was this the field? I've forgotten about this. Yeah, this is probably this field. I'm still not closing off this field. So, oh wait, that should have gone with the forest. Oh, whatever. All right. Let's wrap up this field. Well, this is 2 fields. Be helpful to this. Oh, I think this might close off the village. I don't want to close off the village. But... 2 more fields. Boink. Aha! Okay, we got an exact... Yeah, I forgot we had this exactly 17 house challenge over here. Alright, that's going to open new doors for this field. Now this field can get much bigger. And now... Yeah, we can expand this village. And we can close off that field. Okay, yes. That worked. And we've got an ocean tile. Okay, we've got forest and... I mean, sorry, not forest. Fields and villages. That will close off that village. Or I could just go here. Another river. There we go. We're getting real close to our ocean. Let's keep expanding this field. Smoke Rainbow Pony says, this is an insta-buy for me. I love cozy builders. Yeah, same here. Like, if I've got something to do, like, watching a podcast or something like that, I love having something like this to do with my hands and and the parts of my brain that whatever else I'm doing isn't using. Okay, you know what? I think we're just going to fail this quest. Good, it goes away. I was scared it was going to sit there forever. Okay, and it wants us to close off this field. Okay, so this one wants to be connected to a huge number of like, town bits. And this one wants only... It likes this is only giving it 7 more. But I think I can complete this one and then complete that one. And I think that'll still be fine. Yeah, I just want to think of this as being like, you know, if you're trying to make something bigger and bigger, you want each thing you place to open doors, not close doors. So, like, I can spread this in this direction. Of course, I don't want to join onto this one. Yeah, so... Yeah. Oh, wow. A triple splitty deal. Sure. Okay, so now we've got one. Okay, so... Yeah, if I connected it here, it adds 6. Because it also connects this set in, so we don't want to do that. I'm kind of surprised and impressed at how forgiving this game is. Like, it actually kind of... It feels like it wants me... It wants me to keep playing for a long time. It's not trying super hard to screw me up. Okay, we got that in there. Okay, now this wants to be connected to 61 fields. Is there a place I can stick it that will... be extra good? Probably not. Stick that there. And yeah, we'll keep adding trees over here. Okay, so placing this tree tile will satisfy the first quest, but I've already taken on a second quest that wants exactly 38 more trees? What? There are so many trees per tile. That's going to be hard. Okay, yes, this closes the door. That's good. I keep forgetting, I am looking for a way for this village to break out. So I want a really hyper-connected village. Of course, yeah, so... I also... Okay, I need to keep an eye out for a... For a 2-house tile that can connect stuff. What can this do? This thing wants to be a disaster. That kind of works. Stealthy Assassins remind me I've got a couple flags to close off. I know. I think that'll probably do it. Wait, where was the other flag that I had to close off? I only see the one. Okay. Big fat village. That's what I was looking for over here. And water tile. We got a boat? I'm on a boat! Nice! Okay, so Java Monsoon. So of course I make fun of the name of this game because it made me assume that it was going to be a dwarf dating simulator. But wait, this one wants to be connected to how many? 12 tiles? Okay. But Java Monsoon says that actually because it's a German word, so Dorf actually means village. And romantic has more implications of like a pastoral vista, like an idyllic scene or something like that. So Dorfromantik would mean, you know, the something along the lines of the beauty and sort of the beauty of an idyllic village or something like that, which makes sense. Way more sense than any weird interpretation that I was going to have on my own speaking English. I guess I'll just sort of start a field over on this side, because why not? Okay, so this wants to be connected to 25 water, which it can be. I appreciate how nice they are about water. Okay. You know what? Yeah, one... Okay, so this is going to have another 4-house tile. We could start a new village over here, or we could keep growing this big one. We got a river. Got this guy. And our train track. We're 3 tracks away from getting our train track deal. Okay, this is 3 houses. Not what I wanted. I've got this very specific idea in mind for how I want to connect this up. But time's a wasting. I can't just sit there forever. So we'll eventually connect these guys up. Oh, we got a river piece here. So no choice about where this goes. Boink. Then we've got... Oh. This one wants to be connected to exactly 11 fields. Well, you know what? We've started a new one right over here. Oh, wait. Okay, so this might be interesting. Oh, no, it's 4 again. Why is it always 4? I just want a nice one with 2 houses on it. Is that so much to ask? Five houses. Not what I asked for. And now a river house. Again, not what I asked for. Five houses. Grr. Oh, wait, 5 houses. I forgot. When I'm not trying to connect this piece up, 5 houses is exactly the right amount. So now we've got a flag here. It wants me to close it off, but the other ones want me to make it huge. So my goals are kind of fighting each other a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll deal. I'm going to connect this up here at some point, but yeah, in fact, this is the only place I can connect these. Why am I making this one bigger? Okay, so we will satisfy one forest goal while taking on another. We'll keep this going. Rivertown. So this one's, this one's exactly 7. So piecing it together step by step. Because then now we can join these up. And oh wait, that's closed off. Well, whatever. We'll merge these two together. All right, this one wants... Let's start curving that away. Okay, wow, this game, you can keep going, can't it? Okay. I've got a locomotive. I don't know what to do with that. I guess does it show up next game, I guess? Because I haven't seen the boat yet. No, I want one that goes straight across for this spot. All right. This one wants to be connected to at least 7 tracks. I can just, yeah, put that there, wait for a curve to come up. Okay, this one wants to be connected to a lot of trees. Stick that right there. This one connects straight across. So connected to that little house right there, which is kind of fun. Oh, wait, what? It wants exactly 7? I thought... Oh, I'm very frustrated. I thought it was supposed to have, like... I thought this little accent mark here meant that it wanted exactly that amount. But that, I guess this must mean that, no, it's going to be a flag soon. But this one can want exactly 7? Ah. That's frustrating. I want it to be really clear when it's saying I have to get the exact amount and not just build up to it. I would make very different placements. Okay, we want to connect these up. Do we, though, actually? This wants to be closed off, which means I should probably not connect it up to this other one, because this other one still has room to grow, right? Yeah, let's not connect them. Let's kind of close them off from each other if we can. Oh, okay, so Smoke Rainbow Pony says that there's actually a plus. Oh, you're right. Of course there's a plus. There's a plus right here that tells me that it wants more. So what I'm looking for, so when I don't see the plus, that's what I should assume that it wants an exact number unless it's telling me otherwise. I was going the opposite direction. Closes a door. That's kind of making a boundary too, but whatever. Okay, yeah, so this village does eventually want to be cut off from the rest of the world. Well, this one wants to continue forward. I can't stand placing a field tile unless I think I'm going to be able to place a field. This one wants 2, so that'd be bad. This one wants 4 plus, so that's fine. Okay, I'll complete the 2 here with this one, but might actually be better to use this big wide one to expand the large guy. Success. I can't believe I'm still going. Oh. I was looking ahead. Didn't notice the other track. All right. So again, I think because this one is so broad, it'll benefit my infinitely growing one more than it'll benefit my one I'm closing off. Okay, forest. There you go. Another river and train track one. I guess we'll do that. Avoid some risk. 77, 65 plus. Yes, put that there. This looks like doom. I'm going to have trouble placing more rivers in that case. I guess that doesn't hurt me too much. Okay, 2. Exactly 2. That's what these guys want. All right. So now we got to close that one off. After. Okay, I should not have bent this one back in on itself. That was a bad move. I guess we'll just go for some... Try to just link these up. All right, this one finishes one of these and makes progress towards closing it off. Oh, okay, another combo. Yeah, that looks like a disaster. No thanks. Nope. I mean, maybe? Sure, let's do that. It's kind of throwaway, but whatever. Okay, so if we rely on getting a narrow curve here, we can bend this one back on itself and just close this off and have this be our new route where we're placing water. All right, so this one wants to be closed off, so let's start closing it off. Close this one off. This one wants to be part of a 96 house town. So I'm glad I've maintained this large one so I can join it in progress. Java Monsoon says that the channel for Undead Labs on Twitch is called Unjed Labs. Not to my memory. I mean, there might... No, we renamed our Undead Labs channel State of Decay. It's not called Undead Labs. So if you're seeing one called Unjed Labs, that's a fake one. I don't think that's us. That's somebody screwing around. Okay, let's start closing this off. Oh, a boat! A boat! What's the boat for? I don't know. It wants to be connected to a lot of water, though. Where should the boat be parked or whatever? Right next to that little house. That's where it should be. Ooh! Ooh! I can continue this much more simply. Awesome. All right. Okay, this one wants to... Okay, so this one could close off... Doesn't really close it off, but it narrows it a little bit. But it's probably more useful over here. Okay, so I want to point some forests in the direction of these trees. Yay, satisfied an objective. Wait, the boat's moving around. Oh, that's adorable. I feel like I'm putting together like a model train set or something here. In like a totally good, non-dorky way. Yes. Rescued. Okay. So we need to get this one 3 further. Okay, no, this is a bad plan. Do not bend that back in on itself. So what happened to all my crazy ones that I got at the beginning that would be perfect here? I don't know. Actually, what I should do is point this one back at this one. All right. This can close off 2 things at once if I find the right place for it, but... Not going to find the right place for it. Actually, no. There we go. Closes off... Closes one door, opens another. Closes a door, opens a window. Whatever. Turn that one back that way. This wants 11... Oh, wait. This guy. Boink. Now, this one wants 11 more. Okay, yeah, so this narrows it down to... So I've got 1 here, and 1 spot here. This is a straight across forest. So I can connect these, and then it'll close off that forest, I think. But I get some points for closing off a forest. I should remember that. I do get points for closing stuff off, even if there's no quest to do it. No, let's bend it back too much. This seems like a disaster. Let's not do that. There's no good place to put this. Whatever. Okay, straight one. That's what I was looking for. Keep this going. Yay! And I can cap this off. Right there. Okay, we've got a 3-way one here. Boink, nope. Do I want to make this more complicated? Nope. I want to make things less complicated. That is my plan. Okay. I can extend this one a bit further. Ooh, this one wants to be connected to 106? Okay. Gotta make sure we're definitely opening doors over here because we are closed off on almost every side. Ooh. Okay, that succeeded. And now they all want to be closed off. Like, all these old quests want to be closed off. All right, fine. Fine. It's kind of fun seeing a huge number on here, like 95, and then when you connect it to what you've already got, it's like 14. A B-Downs wonders if you can fail some goals. Yes, you can. The ones that want an exact amount, like this one right here, it wants exactly 1 more track on this, 1 more tile on this train track. If I put one here and connect it to a lot more, this will fail. So I have to be very careful with things like that. Oh, man, another river plus train track one, I guess. Yeah, let's just make this into a little ellipse here. And then, oh, wait, no, Tank has got a river on it. Ah! This would be exactly what I want, except it's got a freaking river on it. Let's just close out that goal. All right. Thank you for not making me close off the track. Okay, so definitely want to make this one able to get bigger in multiple directions. we've got forest. Okay, so yeah, so now the forest wants me to close it off. It wanted me to make it bigger and bigger before. But now I gotta close it off. Okay, this is gonna be a solution to a problem. Instead of just more problems, which is my usual experience with train tracks. Okay, another way to close off a train track. Yeah, I'll just point that back in the right direction. Depending on where I put this, this could be used to help close off. Well, whatever. Okay. Connected. Very satisfying. Try to connect these guys up too. Useful for closing off a field. Useful for extending a village. Okay, another angular. There we go. Oh, game over! I wasn't even watching how many tiles I had. So in many of these cases, it's so fun to build something bigger and bigger. I was not closing them off fast enough to satisfy my quests. And so, yeah, I could have done much better, I think, if I had been, you know, more Johnny on the spot about closing things off when I could, instead of just making them bigger because it was more interesting. All right, well, hey, we've been playing this for nearly an hour and a half. Let's let's take a break. That's Dorfromantik. Is there a way to... I guess we'll quit this. And we'll wrap up this video. But that is a really cool game. I'm going to have that open a lot more on my desktop while I'm doing other things. Very relaxing, very pretty. Smug Grandpa Pony says, this feels like Islanders, but with longer sessions. That is true. It did actually, you know, after a while, it did start to feel like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end? But, I mean, that's what you want, I think, from a game where you're just trying to have something idle to do with your hands while you're, you know, accomplishing something else. You want something that sort of can just lazily take its time. But yeah, you're right that Islanders is definitely more aggressively trying to close you off. And you feel like you're fighting against the resistance a lot more of like, you know, trying to make something bigger and more successful than the game is going to let you do, you know? Whereas Dorfromantik feels like it's definitely kind of holding your hand for a while and trying to give you as many opportunities to spend a lot of time with it as you can. It's meant to be relaxing. Anyway, yeah, so the game is, it's available on Steam, and Smug Rainbow Pony points out that it's actually even on sale right now. So if you're watching this video later, I'll put a link in the doobly-doo down below, so you can go check the game out. And with that, we'll wrap up this video, and you can subscribe to my channel. I'll probably put a link to Islanders up here, so you can check that one out too if you want to. And some other weird game down here.